New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
What's going on? This is Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time show here, giving you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time to give you some breaking news. Quentin Grimes is going to the bench. I repeat, Quentin Grimes is going to the bench. And Donte Divincenzo, yes, the big ragu, will be starting in his place, and we're going to talk about it. All right. So the last time we did a post-game show, there was some drama brewing. Little did we know. And Quentin Grimes actually spoke to the media and he was frustrated. Now, if you watched the Knicks versus Bucks game, you saw yourself he looked frustrated because he took one shot during that game in that third quarter. And after missing the shot, he immediately went to the bench and we did not see him again. And as we all know, he has not played fourth quarters in the past 6 or so games. And this is what he said when he went to the locker room. He says, "It feels like if I don't hit the shot, I'm coming out." Grimes said in the locker room on Tuesday via the Daily News. "So every shot I shot probably weighs like 100 pounds. If I don't make it, and our defense in cutting it. So it's, I'm sorry, if I don't make it and our defense, it ain't cutting it. So I know I ain't going back in. It's just hard when you go the whole quarter without touching the ball, the whole second quarter without touching the ball, and then you get one shot. You got to make it," Grimes said. "So it's tough going out there and just standing in the corner the whole game. Then you got to make that shot when you shoot the ball 1 or 2 times per game. It is what it is. We'll see." Alarming quotes from Quentin Grimes. Who, like I said, he hasn't shot well. He's had a bunch of 0-point games for the last 5 or 6 games. And a lot of fans felt like he should be going to the bench. Well, you guys got your wish. And to me, it's very weird, the timing, because you can look at this 2 ways, right? One thing is this. After that was said, Tom Thibodeau was asked, will there be any changes in the starting lineup? And he said no. He said the starting lineup will remain the same. So it's very peculiar that after that happened, Quentin Grimes is now going to the bench and the big ragu is starting. Now, also, it is the 20 game mark to the T. This is when he actually does make changes if there was going to make changes. So I'm confused whether if the comments had anything to do with it, or if he's looking at the data, he's looking at the team and going, you know what? It's time to put Quentin Grimes to the bench. It is 20 games. I've seen enough. We should move on. Now, Quentin Grimes does have some gripes. He does have some gripes, right? If you're looking at, not only looking at shooting accuracy, look at his usage. His usage overall is his lowest usage in his entire career. Started off in the 37th percentile in his usage rate, and now he is in the 6th percentile of starters in the league versus with his usage. And we've seen this before. We've seen him get looked off in the offense, right, guys? But also at the same time, we've also seen times when he touches the ball and he's a little bit too passive. But on top of that, you start to wonder if the frustration also is coming from broken promises from the front office. Not even from the front office, from the coaching staff. If you look a few videos before, you saw that the coaching staff told Grimes there would be plays written up for him, and there has been no plays written up for Grimes in this offense. Now, subsequently, we have Donte Divincenzo, who has been coming off the bench, playing passing lanes extremely well, and he's shooting extremely well. If you're looking at his numbers, he's shooting 44% from the all three. That's the 88th percentile in the league. 93rd percentile in the corner 3, and he's helping our steal rate as well. I still feel like there is some danger in having Donte start, because that point of attack defense is so crucial for us, because we do start a shorter point guard in Jalen Brunson. But I guess Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks feel like they're willing to take that risk. for some shooting. Because if we looked at the Bucks, we really struggled shooting. And when you have R.J. Barrett, who's starting to fall off the cliff, not hitting shots, and you also have Jalen Brunson, who was actually off that game. When you look at the big reason why we lost that Bucks game, it is a lot of the reason has to do with the shooting. The defense was a big part of it as well. I felt like we did not defend at a high level. Thus, they had season highs in half court and at halftime. The Bucks had season highs in halftime in the third quarter, but we also only shot around 30% from three. And Donte Divincenzo, for whatever reason, is very familiar with this group. Him and Jalen Brunson have a good synergy. They actually look for him when he's playing with this first group. So it will be interesting to see how this dynamic works out for this first game of the season. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I'm still skeptical of the defense for the starters, but at the same time, Grimes playing with the bench does give him the opportunity to get some more touches, start to run, maybe get more of the flow of the offense. It might jumpstart Grimes' offense in general and get his confidence up. So while I'm not sure how that affects the starting line of defense, Grimes' offense in particular should reap some benefits. So we will see what happens. I know a lot of guys like, Jay Ellis, y'all, you crazy? Donte Divincenzo should have been starting all along. But we'll see what happens. Will we have a mighty test in the Celtics? So we will see what happens. I expect the shooting to still be good. And I'm hoping for the best. I hope it worked out for both parties, the bench and the starters, and I'm hoping that Grimes finds his touch and Donte Divincenzo finds his groove with the starting unit, and we start to run off more wins. All right, that is a quick show emergency taping for you guys to talk about. What do you think? Do you think this is the right move? Do you think this happened because Tibbs saw what Grimes said in the media and felt like, you know what, you're going to the bench? Or do you just feel like it's a 20-game assessment? He usually makes the move after 20 games, and this is why it was done at this point. Shout out to everybody who loves the show. If you like the channel, please hit that like button and the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, shout out the Worldwide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess. It's a mess out here in these Knicks YouTube streets. That's the show. Watch the post game with us. Peace.
New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.